I know 3 people who moved to Kitsap County. Same job in downtown Seattle, but one of them picked the worst commute in the state and didn't know it until month 2. Today, I'll show you exactly why that happened and how to make absolutely sure it doesn't happen to you. Here's the common belief I hear every single week from out-of-state buyers. Just look at the ferry schedule. Pick a town near a terminal and you're fine. That math is wrong, and it's wrong in a really expensive way because that 21-minute ferry crossing, well, it ignores the 3 invisible commute taxes that turn it into a 90-minute door-to-desk reality. Parking, dwell time, and the last mile after you walk off the boat. Anyways, quick credibility check. I'm James Bergstrom, broker owner of Paramount Real Estate Group, and I've sold homes across this whole peninsula to Boeing, Microsoft, Amazon, Navy, and remote workers in every zip code we have. I've also taken 2 relisting calls in the last 18 months from clients who moved here and discovered their commute math didn't actually work. And that's the video I never want to make again, so I'm making this one instead. Here's the plan. Today, we're running real door-to-desk time tests on 3 commute modes: car, walk-on ferry, and remote from 4 different Kitsap cities. Then I'm going to break the hidden cost stack, which most buyers never even see. And we're going to finish with the single thing that matters most, the commute to neighborhood match. By the end, you'll know which town picks you instead of you trying to bend a town around your job. Hey, let's start with the option half of working Kitsap actually uses, and almost no buyer talks about it until they live here. So most buyers think this is binary. Either I drive the whole way or I walk onto a ferry. The reality is that something like half the working Kitsap residents I deal with do a hybrid. Short drive to a park and ride or terminal. Ride the ferry walk on Orca to the office, and that hybrid is the sleeper option. Real door-to-desk time tests: Silverdale, drive 12 minutes to the Bremerton fast ferry, 28-minute crossing, walk to an office at First and Madison, which is a little bit of a walk, 75 to 82 minutes door to desk. Poulsbo, you drive 11 minutes to Bainbridge Island, 35-minute crossing. Pier 52, Orca bus to office, 65 to 72 minutes. Indianola, drive 14 minutes to Kingston Edmonds, you got 21-minute crossing, sounder transfer, 88 to 96 minutes, held back by the Edmonds side seismic retrofit running through July 2026. Manchester drives 6 minutes to Southworth. Kitsap Transit Fast Ferry to downtown Seattle, 60 to 68 minutes. This is the option that lets you live further from the terminal. Cheaper square footage, larger lots, the actual Pacific Northwest lifestyle people move here for, and you still keep a sane commute. The catch is parking. The Bainbridge ferry lot fills by 6:35 a.m. on weekdays. Park and ride availability changes the math more than the schedule does. Now, compare that to the option most buyers default to without ever testing it. So a lot of out-of-state buyers look at Google Maps once on a Sunday afternoon and conclude, Kitsap to Seattle is about 1 hour and 5 minutes. That number's a lie about your Tuesday morning. Real door-to-desk times driving alone, no ferry. Well, Port Orchard, Tacoma, Narrows Bridge, I-5 north to downtown Seattle. It's 75 minutes off peak, 105 to 130 minutes, 7 to 9 a.m. Bremerton, Gorst, Highway 16 to I-5. It's 80 minutes off peak, 115 to 140 minutes peak. Gorst is the single point of failure. I will keep saying that out loud. Well, Bainbridge, Agate Pass, Highway 305, 316, I-5, 105 minutes plus at peak. Almost nobody actually does this commute by car. Silverdale, Highway 3, Gorst 16, I-5, it's about 85 minutes off peak. 120 plus at peak. Same Gorst problem. The car commute is the I can do anything when I need to option, and it's not a daily commute strategy, it's a backup play. So if your job has even occasional 7 a.m. start time pressure, choosing the pure car commute is a quality of life destroyer, and a recycled inventory generator. The 18-month relist listings I take are disappropriately people who underestimated this point. Cars are brutal, so what about the option Kitsap is actually famous for? The ferry. The ferry is the headline marketing of Kitsap living. And for the right person in the right job, in the right neighborhood, it genuinely is a great commute. But the catch is that the 4 terminals all behave completely differently. Bainbridge Island, well, 35-minute crossing. From a home you can walk to the terminal from in 5 minutes, door to desk is 55 to 62 minutes. From an in-town Bainbridge home that requires driving, add 10 to 18 minutes plus parking. Well, walk-on monthly pass is roughly $120 a month. This is the gold standard commute if you can afford the Bainbridge Premium. Bremerton Fast Ferry, well, it's a 28-minute crossing. On Kitsap Transit from a Bremerton waterfront condo, door to desk is 45 to 52 minutes. The catch? It's reservation-based, capacity limited. Miss your reservation and you're re-rolling. Bremerton Washington State Ferry, 60-minute crossing. Slower, cheaper. Walk up, it's 80 to 95 minutes door to desk. It's great if you want time on the boat, but it's bad if you want time at home. So Kingston Edmonds, it's a 21-minute crossing. It's a fast crossing, but the Edmonds side seismic retrofit is restricting auto deck capacity through July of 2026. That's coming up quick, but as a commute for Edmonds or Linwood office locations, not core downtown. Southworth Fast Ferry, Kitsap Transit, it's 26 minutes direct to downtown Seattle. Door to desk, it's 55 to 65 minutes from a Southworth adjacent home. Caveat is schedule depends on the Washington State Ferry vessel availability because the Fast Ferry shares vessel resources during outages. Ferry quality of life is real. You buy back 28 to 60 minutes of guilt-free phone time, laptop time, or sleep every single morning. So over a year, that's roughly 200 hours you reclaim from your life. But the routes are not interchangeable, and parking is finite. Your home location matters more than the schedule. Now here's the third option most buyers don't think of as a commute at all. For the 38 to 42% of Kitsap-based knowledge workers who are now remote or hybrid, your commute is not your car and it's not the ferry. Your commute is your fiber line, your power redundancy, your home office configuration. Treat it like a commute, budget it like a commute, and you suddenly have access to an entirely different set of neighborhoods. Fiber available neighborhoods, active builds, downtown Bremerton, downtown Bainbridge, parts of Poulsbo, central Silverdale, parts of Port Orchard. Well, DS only or cellular only zones, large parts of Olalla, Seebeck, Hansville, Indianola, Crosby, parts of Suquamish. Starlink is the unblock everything answer at roughly $120 a month, but it needs an unobstructed sky. Power redundancy and aversion event storms, well, PSC has known outage zones. A $1,200 to $2,000 portable inverter generator is non-negotiable for serious remote workers in rural Kitsap. Build that into your home buying budget. If you're remote first, your commute strategy is internet plus power plus workspace, not ferry plus parking. That flips the entire neighborhood matrix. You see, the homes that are mediocre for ferry commuters are often the best deals on the peninsula for remote workers, and that's where the absorption rate slows. That's where the days on market lengthen, and that's where the negotiation leverage stacks for the buyer. That's also where most of the rate buy down deals are happening right now. Before the next point, I'm putting together a free Washington State relocation guide. It includes the full commute time matrix you're seeing today, the fiber availability map by zip code, and the cost stack worksheet I'm about to walk you through. The link is in the description, pinned in the comments. Totally free, no sales pitch. If you're even thinking about Kitsap, grab it now. Now, the part nobody talks about, the cost stack. Buyers compare monthly mortgage in Kitsap versus King County, but forget that the commute itself is a recurring expense. And over 5 years, the wrong commute mode can erase a $200,000 affordability gap. Annual cost per commute mode, downtown Seattle job, it's roughly 220 workdays a year. Pure car, that's $7,400 to $9,800 a year. That's roughly $2,800 in fuel, $1,600 in Tacoma Narrows tolls, $4,400 in Seattle parking, plus a heavy vehicle depreciation hit from 25,000 plus commute miles a year. Bainbridge walk-on monthly pass plus Orca, well, it's around $2,750 a year. The Kitsap Transit Premium Pass covers Bremerton Fast Ferry or Southworth around $2,350 a year. Drive plus ferry hybrid around $3,200 a year. Add fuel and park and ride if not free. So remote, $0 to $400 a year in commute equivalent costs, just the internet uplift, and you reclaim around 500 hours per year of your life. So when buyers ask me, can I afford Bainbridge over Bremerton? The right question is, what's your commute mode going to be? That's a 5-figure annual delta. It compounds. So the $200,000 mortgage delta between two cities can be entirely eaten by 5 years of the wrong commute mode. I just want you to know. Almost there. One before the part that makes all of this actionable. Bringing your car on the ferry feels normal to people from other places. In daily Kitsap commuter reality, it's the most expensive, most stressful version of the whole commute. And it's the one new arrivals overcommit to before they've done it for a month. Bainbridge Auto, well, it's about $46.60 round trip standard fare. No monthly auto deck, discount equivalent to the walk-on pass. Washington State Ferry vehicle reservation is essential for Kingston and Bainbridge auto check during peak. Reservations, they release in tranches. They burn through fast and you're fighting an algorithm before you fight traffic. So, miss your sailing without a reservation, you're in standby on a Bainbridge or Kingston peak, it runs 35 to 55 minutes. There goes your meeting. Kingston auto deck capacity is restricted by the Edmonds side seismic retrofit through July 2026. So verify before assuming. Roughly 95% of weekday commuters who try auto on ferry switch to walk on or the drive and ferry hybrid within 60 days. If you're choosing your home, assuming you'll drive your car on the ferry every day for work, you're making the wrong neighborhood choice and you're probably overpaying for a garage you don't need to use on weekdays. Now the biggest thing, the one that actually changes which house you buy. This is the punchline of the whole video. Don't pick a town and figure out the commute. Pick the commute strategy first and let it tell you which town fits. Reverse the order and every other decision gets easier. So the decision tree, daily downtown Seattle, fully in office, no flexibility, live 5 minutes walking from the Bainbridge or Bremerton terminal, period. Anything else is a slow regret. Hybrid, that's 2 to 3 days downtown, rest remote. That's Poulsbo, Central Silverdale, Central Port Orchard, Kingston Town Center, drive to ferry hybrid optimized. You buy back square footage and lot size without losing the ferry option. Hybrid, East Side or Bellevue job, 2 to 3 days in, Southworth, fast ferry zone, Manchester, Southworth, Southern Port Orchard paired with light rail on the Seattle side. This is a sleeper combo, almost nobody talks about it. Mostly remote, 1 to 2 days in a month. Anywhere with verified fiber, Olalla, Hansville, Seebeck, Indianola becomes viable. That's where the deals and the negotiation leverage are right now. Naval Base Kitsap, no Seattle commute, Silverdale, Bremerton, Port Orchard, East Bremerton, Tracyton, different decision tree entirely. Base gate proximity replaces the ferry proximity. Tacoma or JBLM job, Port Orchard and Manchester. The Narrows commute is manageable in shoulder hours. Gorst is no longer your problem. So the 18-month regret listings I take usually trace back to one problem. The buyer picked the house first, then tried to bend their commute around it. So you reverse it. Pick the commute strategy first. Get clear on the days per week and the office location. The town will name itself. That's 3 commute modes. Car is situational, ferry is real quality of life, and if you actually live near a terminal, remote means your internet is your commute. The cost stack is hiding a $5,000 to $9,000 annual delta in plain sight over 5 years that quietly eats the affordability gap most buyers are chasing between Kitsap and King County. So here's the line I want you to hold on to. Your commute isn't a logistics problem, it's a quality of life decision that compounds every weekday for the next 10 years. Pick it on purpose, be intentional. You came here expecting a ferry schedule. You're leaving with a decision tree, and that's what I wanted to give you today. If you're serious about moving here and you want a personal commute to neighborhood match for your specific job and starting point, drop your name, origin city, and your office location in the comments. I read everyone. Or grab the free Washington Relocation Guide link below. The matrix, the fiber map, the cost stack worksheet, they're all in it. And if you want to talk through your specific situation one-on-one, my consultation link is in the description. No pressure, no pitch. Hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you on the next one.